I'm Marc Geman. I'm the CEO of Bambū. Bambū is a dessert and drink concept that started in San Jose. You can do the next slide. Maybe. All right. Yeah, it's fine. So we serve 4 lines of drinks. We have our own Vietnamese brand coffee. We make teas. Most people are familiar with bubble or boba teas these days, but we make fruit teas and other kinds of teas. We have a product called Che, which is a Vietnamese dessert drink that almost nobody knows about. It's very healthy, vegan. It's made with fresh young Thai coconuts. We crack them open, use the milk, and scoop the meat, and put beans or fruits. It's all layered up. It's very pretty. There's some shots of it. And then we make fruit smoothies called Sin To in Vietnamese. The 4 sisters who started this started it as Che shops in San Jose, which is a very dense Vietnamese population. There's 4 shops that started there, and its initial growth was all in the Vietnamese areas. You go to the next slide. So we kind of have something for everyone. That's really how we posture ourselves. On the dessert side, we have macarons, French cookies. We serve mochi waffles, pandan waffles, and egg waffles and traditional things. This sounds like my original apartment in the 60s or something. Go to the next slide. So that's our menu. It's a little small to see, but there's the 4 legs of it, the Che, the coffee, the smoothies, and the teas. Go to the next slide. So why Bambū? We think we're the next generation meeting place, pretty much like Starbucks was. People come during those same kinds of hours. We're not really a lunch or dinner or breakfast place. We're a meeting place. We do very well in big, large retail power centers and things like that, where people are there for a variety of reasons and then looking for a place to meet, get a drink, and take a break. So next slide. So we have about 71 open locations in North America and 2 in the Philippines on a project that I started right before COVID with a group of caterers there. They have a 15-store development. Next slide. So our go-to-market strategy is just what I said. We're 800 to 1,500 square feet. We're looking for power centers, large retail, good traffic or foot count, a lot of parking, pretty typical of what you would look for if you were a coffee shop or something of that nature. We're very, very similar to that. We have 71 franchise stores and about 68 franchisees. So lately, what we've been really working on are multi-unit developments. We feel that there's a lot of synergies for what we have and what we've built infrastructure-wise to be able to take multi-unit franchisees and set them in business. Go to the next slide, please. So why Bambū? It's a leverage of a brand recognition. We're very, very well known in the Asian community. Landlords know us very well at this point. We have training teams, we have quality control, we have a franchise resource center, marketing, and all the tools that could help you run a Bambū, basically. The biggest single interest that I have in the multi-unit is that right now we're tied to the franchisee, wherever that interest may come. That's where we're looking for a location. In a multi-unit concept, if we can take an area, we can focus in on the real estate and really develop things on a different path. So it kind of turns it on its head, if you will. We can look for real estate first and then bring in a multi-unit team underneath it. Next slide. So we have a team of 9 people right now. Almost all of them are operational, with the exception of me. I'm the administrator. CFO, CEO, all that kind of stuff, and legal as well. Next slide. So that's the story of Bamboo. It's been very successful. It's been very quickly growing. It started, by the way, in 2010 with a couple of stores in San Jose.
Awesome.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
For Bamboo, when you are looking for a franchisee, what are your requirements?
Most of our franchisees have come to us. We get about 40 to 60 inquiries a month on our website. In the beginning, 8-10 years ago, they were almost all Vietnamese, and they kind of moved Asian, and now it's a much bigger mix. So they've really come to us more than we've gone to them. And most of those people are younger people that are looking to have their own business. If they're Asian or Vietnamese, there's some pride in wanting to open that and present that to the American palate, if you will. And they've come to us, or they're nail salon operators. Vietnamese that's their industry. I would say 60% of our franchisees came from or do own a nail salon in connection with their Bamboo.
Does anyone, who else has a question?
Thanks for the presentation. How would you describe your typical unit volumes, maybe average or distribution? And it sounds like you're in a lot of shopping malls, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd be curious to get your take on the trends in the retail areas that you're in right now, and what you're seeing coming out of COVID with that.
That's a lot of questions. The volumes are all over the place. And the reason for that is the original stores that are in a typical Vietnamese strip center, those are C+ locations by real estate standards. The family runs the store usually. The all-in rent may be $2,500 a month or something. So the number, they may only do $400,000, but they actually make a lot of money. And then you can be in the big open-air mall in Madison, Wisconsin, and you're paying $6,500 a month in rent, and those people are doing $800,000 in volume. We have about half a dozen stores that do over $1 million in volume. So what was the rest of your?
I guess just describing the trends in
Malls, retail.
malls, and it sounds like strip centers is a big part of your business as well.
Strip centers are a part. We're really moving more toward. We're building a store in the Miramar outlet centers in Estero, Florida, for example. We have a store in Atlantic City in a big open air shopping center, Madison, Wisconsin, the same thing. I just did a contract to buy a Subway store that's in the Stonestown Mall, which is in San Francisco, a very high-end mall. So the real estate deals are kind of all over the place. Actually, I spend most of my day Googling bubble tea shops and calling the owners and seeing if they want to get out.
What percentage of your real estate is owned by Bamboo versus the franchisee leasing it themselves?
We don't own any of the real estate.
Okay.
We negotiate the leases. I do all the letters of intent and redlining and all that sort of thing.
We're at time. One last one. Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll do one last one. Sabina, if you don't mind, sorry.
So I know California passed like a law around unionization and things like that. How does that impact the restaurant industry within the franchise service?
It hasn't affected us. I mean, there are some laws that are out there that are going to be major effects. The biggest one is from the FTC right now that's trying to kill any kind of anti-competitive non-disclosure type clauses. That's a big problem. But we're not really affected by that. Minimum wage is a much, much more serious impact in terms of the economics of the stores.
Mark was actually a big time liar before he became a
Big time.